Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the show, man. It is Friday. This is Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. I am your host, Scott Steen, lead handicapper at WHINERS.com.
And I'm your co-host, Scott Rochelle, senior handicapper over on WHINERS.com.
And we get together every day, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, and guide you in that journey as we all try to head back to the window. Good to be here. We'll start off with Bronco Devil says the song of the day. It says It's Money That Matters by Randy Newman and Mark Knopfler. Yeah, a great version of that too as well. Saw the youngsters winning ticket on Twitter. Very good. We're going to talk about that. Congrats to you, Scott. Can't make it today. Happy Father's Day, Steen. Thank you very much, Bronco. We'll miss you. We'll miss you around here. Very good. It's money that matters. You know that song?
Yep.
You hear what I say? So, yeah, let's thank you, Joan. Happy Father's Day to all you dads. Appreciate it, Joan. Appreciate it very much. James Mounts in the house. Ninja says congratulations to the Warriors. Warriors. They came out to play, buddy. You and I were kind of all over that, weren't we? You did the Warriors here, didn't you?
Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah, you and I were. Warriors money line, because why? Spreads don't matter in the final.
I said it was correlated. I said take Golden State in the under or take Boston in the over. And I like Golden State.
You and I agreed on both of the last two NBA games, and holy shit, we were right. How about that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Big X in the house. Congratulations to Jason Tatum, be the first NBA 100 turnovers. Jesus Christ!
In the playoffs, yeah, not a great postseason for Tatum.
Like, is that how many he had last night?
It's a pretty light sports card, so I'm assuming we're going to break down the series. I don't want to say somewhat in length, but
remember, we got Allie coming at
that's what I'm saying. So I'm sure she'll have some opinions on it, but either way.
Are you?
I think she will.
Okay.
It means she can fully focus on baseball now.
Well, yeah, there you go. You had a good day. We've alluded to it. Tell us about your parlay, buddy.
So back in late November, I traveled to Jersey because sports betting wasn't legal yet in New York. That's how long ago the parlay was made. And I put down like $1,100 or so on 2 Coach of the Year awards. I had Monty Williams, who won the award, and I had Steve Kerr. So I ended up picking up a winner there. But I was going to leave New Jersey. And then they rewarded me with about $750 of free bets, give or take. So I had to figure out random bets to make as they expired in about a day to bet on. And I came up with this three-pick parlay, which is one of the dumbest parlays of all time. But I had a couple of matchups. I had college basketball, New Mexico first half money line against New Mexico State. I like plus 260.
Okay.
I had the Eagles.
Oh, that was basketball. Okay.
Yeah. I had the Eagles with Gardner Minshew minus 6.5 against the Jets.
Okay.
And I had the Warriors to win the title. And it was $125 free bet to win $5,459. And I made $5,459 yesterday. So it took about 7 months.
Yep.
But we finally cashed it.
Patience is a virtue, man. And that's hitting the first 2 legs and then waiting fucking 6 months.
Oh, it was so funny. It was so funny.
So what are you going to do with that? How much? You're going to pull it all out? You're going to leave it in? What are you going to do? Somebody's asking us.
I'm pulling it all out no matter what, because it's all in the Jersey account. So the point is, no matter what, I'm going to have to at least move some of it to the New York account.
Under normal circumstances, how much of that would you take out and how much would you leave?
It's a good question.
Somebody was asking about money management on the last show, and I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on
a lot of it depends on unit size, but realistically, I'm not the kind of person that spends a lot of money all the time.
Right.
But I would definitely withdraw at least like 75% of it. Yep. There's no reason for me to keep a huge number in there because my bet size isn't $4,000, you know?
Yep. Very good. You know what? I want to give a shout out to Joan because her second half play that had been 4-1 in the playoffs so far, 5-1 in the playoffs as the Warriors were up at halftime, stretched it out in the second half, or didn't stretch it out, but they ended up winning. So
I know we got a lot of segments to go through. I kind of do want to unpack this basketball game. I kind of did on a podcast last night, but I feel like there's a lot to uncover here, and I don't know if we're going to have time to do it with Allie or not, but
let's find out.
We'll figure it out. Whatever.
Well, let's get to it. Let's take care of all of our housekeeping stuff first. Of course, now that we got a few people gathered around, want to remind everybody to smash that thumb, give us the like. We certainly appreciate it. I know I say it all the time, but we really, really do appreciate the effort that you put in to not just comment, but also to give us some positive feedback. So thanks very much. Smash that thumb, subscribe, get subscribed to the Max Wagers Network. Only place you're going to find us. All the other great content at Max Wagers Network. Scott, do you know the lineup?
Oh, we're doing this again?
Yeah, we haven't done it like a couple weeks.
We're not doing this again. We're
12
fine.
o'clock. Who is it?
It's Morning Wood.
No. Oh, God damn it. 12 o'clock. Sean Higgs doing Midday Money.
That's right. Okay, it's midday. That's right. Okay.
1 o'clock, giving Scott Morning Wood.
Yeah, then it's your show, then our show,
Yep.
and then you have soccer, and then you have the Earl brothers.
Okay, very good. That's
I flipped the start. My bad.
Sean Miller doing soccer, and the Earl brothers along with Detroit Lenny doing game time decisions. So you're welcome, Joan. Always appreciate it. So yeah, do that. Check out the great deal at Caesars. Maybe you get yourself a free bet like Scott. Maybe you load up on that 3-team parlay that will be completed in February. You don't know. So whatever it is, it's up to $1,500. It's your first bet. If you're making a first bet, brand new account there at Caesars, they will take care of you if you lose. They will make it good if you win. You just won a big bet. Congratulations. So maybe you got a line on something. Maybe you're a $100 player, $200 player. You want to step up a little bit. Good opportunity to do it without risk. Got to use the code video winners 15. Of course, that code is available in our description, as well as a link that'll take you right there and get you involved in all the action. You got to have a state with Caesars in it. Of course, you must be 21 to play. And so make sure you check that out as well. Now, Scott, of course, when I have a good day, you still get to somehow completely overshadow me by winning $5,500. But I did go 7-0 yesterday on my picks, had 5 premiums, hit them all. And then we had Golden State plus 145 on the money line. And you and I, of course, raked in more easy money, fading the Washington Nationals with the Phillies.
Yeah, I'm assuming we overlapped a bit. I mean, I had the Padres over as my play today, which worked out.
Nope, didn't have it.
No, I was going to say, I know you had the under in that game, and we both ended up cashing in that one, which was kind of a nice spot there. And the farm was very nice to me because why would I not lay minus 110 with Wheeler overnight?
Yeah, that was so hard not to just jinx ourselves and go, yeah, I think we got this one in the bag because what, 7-0 after 2?
After 3, I think.
After 3, was it? All right. Yeah, thanks, Joan. Yep, we don't hit them every day, but we love it when we do, especially for the clients. And you damn well better believe we're going to brag about it. So, with that being said, let's get to the segments, man. Let's talk about what happened yesterday. There was a few things going on, Scott. I don't know if you heard about that, but let's talk about it. Let's find out the winners, the whiners, the people that took it in the shorts, people took it to the bank. You know who you are. You had to get out your fancy Nokia flip phone. And you know what you had to do? You had to call them cops. All right, I'm not even going to comment. Very good.
Do it every time, man.
Start off in the major leagues. You had the Tigers plus 1.5 against the Rangers. Jesus Christ. Oh, my goodness. They led 1-0 after 8 innings, Scott. You had a hunch like, man, I'd like to have some more runs. And yeah, they needed them because Texas scored 3 in the top of the 9th. Detroit, they did not come back and win. They ended up losing 3-1. If you had Detroit on the run line, if you had them on the money line, if you had any kind of Detroit, oh, so sorry. Call the cops.
For the second one, if you took this bet, I have no idea why, because there were better lines out there. But if you had the Padres and Cubs under 9.5, which existed briefly overnight, I believe they closed at 11, but you had 7 runs through the first 7 innings. Then you had 2 runs in the 8th, and the Padres got out in the top of the 9th, so you just need the Cubs to go quietly. They did not. They scored 1 run in the bottom of the 9th, and the game landed 10.
I told you yesterday on the show that I had a live bet on that, I caught it right at the beginning of the game. It was 11, and I thought I was fucked, so I'm happy. I don't
know why you would have taken an under 9.5, but the line did exist.
Yep. Yeah. No kidding. If you apparently maybe you don't have the Weather Channel, yeah, you're not aware of why that would be that high. But yeah, 9.5. I wish I would have seen that, my friend. That's all I can say. So, if you had Patrick Corbin over 2.5 earned runs allowed against the Phillies, he allowed 9 runs. However, 7 of them were unearned. He finished the game giving up just 2 earned runs. Man, that if you start looking at ERAs, if you use ERA solely as your measure,
Oh, Corbin had a decent game last night based on ERA.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, nine straight guys got on base, but none of them were Corbin's faults, apparently. So, that's how that works out. But yeah, it's one of those props that you can bet more of in some sports books in my area. I know Caesars has that. I know that BetMGM has that. I'm pretty sure DraftKings might have it too.
Right.
But you can bet earned runs. I'm sure you were laying juice with Corbin because of how bad he's been this season. But 2.5 earned runs, he gives up a 9 spot, and only 2 of them actually count. That's pretty brutal.
Oh, when you see that game, if you're just somewhere watching the score and you're saying like, oh, fuck, I cashed that ticket. Nice.
And it was the worst type of unearned run because only one of the guys that got on base because of the error scored. It was just because there were 2 outs that everything was unearned.
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about that before. That's a misnomer. If you give up that error on that third out,
then everything else just doesn't
right.
matter.
You give up 2 home runs, a double, fucking 7 more runs. Yep.
Yeah, 9 straight batters got on base, and none of them were Corbin's fault, apparently.
Yep.
Is that the same thing for a pitcher committing a throwing error to extend the inning?
Oh, that's even worse.
It's your fault.
It's your fault. Yeah. Yeah, totally agree. Hey, there was some good news out there. There was some nice, easy wins, and I'm guessing you guys might be able to figure out what one of them is. Let's find out who else was sitting in the rocking chair.
So, first one, if you had the Warriors plus 3.5 against the Celtics, led by 15 at halftime. Also, if you had the money line, because the Warriors basically dominated the final 2.5 quarters of the game. They won by 13.
If you had the Warriors plus 3.5, you do not listen to this show because we told you stop playing the plus points on that. Never do it. Hey, if you had the Warriors Celtics under 211, no worries because each quarter had less than 52 points. So, yeah, congratulations. That game landed 193. Never, ever in doubt.
I still can't believe Boston gave up a 21-0 run on their home floor in the first half of a must-win game.
Yep, absolutely.
But is what it is. Anyway, if you had the Orioles on the money line at plus 220, very nice price against the Blue Jays. Gausman was not very good. The Orioles led 7-0 after 3 innings, and they won 10-2.
Yep, absolutely correct. You and I talked last night. You asked if that ended Gausman's Cy Young. It didn't end it, but it certainly pushed it back. He's going to need 4 or 5 good starts to make him forget about that one.
Yeah, my boy is pitching against my favorite team tonight. So we'll see if Manoah is going to separate himself from Gausman.
Yep. Very good. All right. Well, we have to talk about this a little bit. And this really works well with the game going on. If it would have been going differently, this would be kind of the segment wouldn't have as much teeth. But as it stands, this is a very good segment right now. Let's talk about who it is, Scott. They haven't made us mad, but they have definitely disappointed us. So you and I, we faded the Nats yesterday, and you certainly should have faded the Nats again today because our boy is on the mound, Johan Adon.
They're down 5-3 right now.
Oh, they did come back and score 3 runs? Okay. That's
they were down 5-1, but now it's 5-3.
Yep. So, but this Nationals team has been dreadful. They have lost 5 in a row by at least 3 runs, Scott. So if you wanted to play alternative run lines against the Nationals minus 2.5, well, you had 5 games where that would have been a very, very good play.
I think they're the worst team in the league. Oh, sorry. Yeah, MZ's right. Stripling's pitching tonight. Manoah's pitching tomorrow. My bad.
Well, and we're okay. You should give us a pass on that because Scott and I both have to do segments for Denver radio on Saturday games. So
my bad.
I have done that before. Talk about this guy starting. Like, no, he's starting Saturday.
Yeah, sorry. Manoah's pitching this weekend against the Yankees. My bad.
Yep, very good. But Washington Nationals worst team in the league. Yeah, boy, that's tough. But
I think they are.
Well, this is from somebody that sees the Royals play every day, so that's the only reason I have hesitation. But this Nationals team, man, the pitching is just absolutely dreadful.
I don't know what they do well because even Soto's having a down year.
Yeah, they have one player and he sucks. So
I was gonna say, what else do they have? The thing is, I saw that a friend of mine was talking about the Tigers and how they might be the worst team in the league. And it's fair, but if you look at the pitching staff, it's not awful. Detroit randomly, I know they blew the game yesterday, They have the 5th lowest bullpen ERA in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can guarantee you the Nationals are not in that same caliber for the bullpen.
Oh,
the
no.
Nationals can't pitch. The hitting's bad. And they're also they have a win percentage below 33% at home. So they're bad everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. They are currently 23 and 43. So they're 348. Royals are 339.
Okay.
So
technically, Washington's the worst team in the league.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. But there's some teams.
They're going to get worse, by the way.
The Athletics are at 338. So the Athletics are actually the worst team in the league right now.
Okay. I mean, we kind of saw that coming as well. So
took a minute to get there.
I have not seen Oakland play enough, but just shorthand recall, they have a couple of okay starting pitchers. Yeah. Blackburn's good. I'm sure Montes will get traded, but he's still somewhat talented.
Mm-hmm.
What does Washington have? Like Josiah Gray's your best starting pitcher?
Probably.
That's not great.
Fetty, maybe?
Fetty's been a mess.
Well,
it's not Corbin.
Been better than
Strasburg's injured again.
Yeah, he's been better.
I don't know who the hell you have.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do want to ask, though, I'm assuming Washington's going to get worse because I don't know why you would keep Josh Bell. He has to be traded, right?
Yeah. I mean, if anybody wants him, I don't know.
He's a switch-handed power bat. I'm assuming he'll have a market for him.
He's having a decent season. He's hitting 290, 817 OPS. So, yeah, okay.
The point is Washington should be trading people at the deadline. That's my point.
Nelson Cruz. You want to get rid of Nelson Cruz?
Yeah, he's gone.
So
they signed Cruz to what, a 1-year deal?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it has to be.
So they're going to ship him. I mean, that was a no-brainer. So, yeah, Cruz is going to be gone. Bell might be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going to be... let's just say I'll be shocked if they get to 62 wins. I think they're going to lose 100-plus games.
I would probably agree with that. I just don't see any way out of that. Hey, let's find out. This is a fun one, Scott. I heard this, and I know some people probably out there heard it as well. But there was one guy, when they legalized sports betting, he said, well, there's going to be all kinds of unforeseen ramifications that you don't anticipate. And they were right, because I didn't see this one coming. Let's find out. And we don't even know who it is. So we don't even know his name. But we're going to give it to a rando because he is today's gambling hero of the day. So, Scott, somewhere yesterday, I heard somebody talking about a good prop to play, and it was Al Horford over 9.5 rebounds. I can't remember where I heard that. You remember who said that?
It was during golf.
What?
It was during golf.
Oh.
The gallery, had a lot of opinions on the sports betting tonight.
That's right. Spectator at the U.S. Open shouted Al Horford over 9.5 rebounds.
Because Mickelson was there, of course, so it was kind of a half heckle.
Right, right. It was on TV right before one of Mickelson's approach shots. How'd that end up, Scott? How many?
Horford had 14 rebounds. So the guy was just giving out locks to millions of people on air.
Exactly. It ended up better for Horford than it did for Mickelson, as he
missed the cut. He shot 11 over, I think.
Yeah, it's not good, not good at all. So, congratulations to that random spectator. Congratulations. Do you think that moved the line?
I'm assuming people bet it just as a joke, and there's a lot of degenerates out there.
Right.
I think it mattered. When I was on VSiN earlier this week, I said I did like Horford's props. I just thought he was going to have a pretty solid game because somebody on Boston needed to step up.
Right.
So I was right about Horford. I had the points at 9.5 at plus money. He went over that too.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm assuming most of the public saw the clip and said, well, this is too funny not to bet, so I got to bet this. Yeah, and Horford made them some money.
I think that's exactly right. I think that's funny. So we couldn't quite get Wiggins to the rebounds last night, Scott. Did that surprise you?
It did, but I guess they didn't really need him to because Boston didn't really attempt as many shots when they turned the ball over 22 times.
It's brutal. You're just not going to win a game. You're just not going to win a game turning the ball over 22 times.
It's crazy how they showed the stat every single game. It's like Boston's 1-7, 1-8 when they turn it over 16 plus times. And then you figure the coaching staff for the 2 off days leading up to the game 6 would just say, listen, I don't care if you shoot it from 55 feet. Just don't turn the ball over. And they come out and turn the ball over like 15 times in the first half. I don't know.
I was surprised how many offensive rebounds they gave up as well.
They got killed on the glass.
They Yeah, I mean, it seems that way, but they didn't. Statistically, they didn't. Golden State out-rebounded them 44-41.
No, but Boston had a decent amount of second chance points there in the fourth quarter. Horford had a couple of offensive rebounds late, but during the actual bulk of the game when it was competitive, before Golden State opened up a double-digit lead in the second quarter,
Yeah.
Golden State was killing them on the glass up to that point.
Yeah, they had 15. Golden State had 15 offensive boards. And
it balanced out over the course, but when Boston rebounds the ball well down 20, the rebounds don't necessarily mean the same.
No. High leverage and low leverage rebounds for sure. What was the most surprising part of that game for you?
The most surprising part of the game was the fact that Boston really didn't even put up much of a fight. I expected Golden State to win. I said I liked the under because Boston offensively was a lost cause. I figured Boston would play with more pace to at least start the game. And they did. They opened up a double-digit lead to start the game. They're up 12-2. And then for the final 5 minutes of the first quarter, they just decided once again, we have to slow it down. And we talked about this, how Boston's most successful portion of the series was playing up-tempo. And it didn't even take them a half to stop playing up-tempo. It was just bizarre.
Yeah.
The entire series, they voluntarily slowed the pace down, and they got torched every single time they slowed the pace down. It didn't make any sense.
It made it a great play for underbettors for the last few games. By the way, I want to give a shout out to a buddy of mine, and he's not a huge sports fan like the rest of us DGens, but he is a pal of mine from back in the day. And says the West Coast rules over the East. Way to go, Golden State Warriors! And it's Scott from KC. Big hello from my buddy. So we'll call him Gary, but he's a good cat and he's retired now. So thanks for tuning in, bud. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it as always. And Scott, I want to give a show note here real quick while I'm thinking about it. I have a firm date on my wife. She will be here on the show the 28th of June. It'll be the Tuesday, and the Tour de France will start that weekend.
Nice.
So she's going to join and give a breakdown with all her favorite plays from the Tour de France. And yes, she really knows that shit. I cannot stress this enough. You guys are going to be blown away by how much my wife knows about cycling and how much I don't know. So, Scott, do you know much about cycling?
I do not. All I know is that the Tour de France is in stages, and the winner's probably going to be doping.
Okay, very good.
That's what I got. By the way, on DraftKings yesterday, I was randomly going through some of the lines. You know they have cornhole lines for like outrights for events?
No, they do not.
They do.
Cornhole.
DraftKings is cornhole.
Okay.
I found that out.
You know, I'm a guy that made a fair amount of money betting on curling, Scott. So I can't.
I'm not going to judge people that bet on cornhole. I'm just saying that it does exist.
You play much cornhole? You're kind of that age. You play
in Wisconsin, it was a very big tailgating thing. But ever since I came back to New York, no.
JC Stone says, "Does your do you know it's bad when Draymond Green or Ninja said that when Draymond Green made a three?
Yeah, 2 threes.
Does your wife know who does the best blood doping? Yo, she has opinions on that. Oh, don't tempt her, JC. Don't get her going because she definitely has opinions on that. No question about it. So, all right. Look at that. We talked about the basketball game. It's 2:30. We shouted out everybody. We're waiting for Allie. So
I was going to say, since she's not here, do you want to?
She should be here in any minute, right?
Do you have anything else you want to talk about for the basketball game?
No. I mean, it surprisingly went the way I thought it would for the last couple of games. So no, I didn't think. I mean, it's easy to say it in retrospect. I didn't think those last 2 games were that hard to cap.
They really weren't.
You looked with the pace. You looked what Boston was doing.
Once Game 4 happened and Boston choked away a chance to go up 3-1, I thought they were screwed.
Well, to me, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But to me, I really thought it was going to be over in 6 after Game 5. I know that sounds stupid, but I mean, just the way Boston did not step up.
Yeah.
The way they didn't correct.
That fourth quarter rollover, I thought, was just going to be the story of Game 6.
Yeah, they did. And
Boston wasn't good at home. They finished the postseason 6-6 straight up at home.
They didn't correct anything. They didn't correct any of their problems. So yeah, it was just. I wish, again, it's easy to pat ourselves in the back, but you guys are with us every day. You know what we said, and we were on it. And I really thought I wish every game could be that easy. So that's what I have to say.
I guess one thing I do want to ask, since title odds came out for next season.
Yeah.
Boston is tied for a 4-way lead for the lowest odds You have the Nets, the Clippers, the Warriors, and the Celtics.
Okay.
So a couple of questions there. If you were going to bet one of those 4 teams,
Yeah.
who would you pick? Golden State to repeat? I think it's between 2. I think it's either Golden State or Los Angeles.
So do you just like ask me questions to give yourself a chance to answer them, or would you
Well,
like?
I was just saying where I stand on it. I wasn't sure where you would stand on it.
No, I'm probably with Golden State. Who else did you say you liked? What was the other one?
Clippers.
Uh,
They have once again. They have not really gotten over the mound, and you're assuming Paul George is going to get hurt at some point during the season,
right.
or Kawhi. So I'm leaning to Golden State. As a Nets fan, I have no interest in Brooklyn, and I don't think Boston's very good.
I want to see what they do in the offseason. Do you think the Tampa Lightning? Oh, I wanted to talk about that too because we're not going to do a show tomorrow. Yeah, that's a great question, Gare. So here's the deal, and Chris and I talked about this last. Would you agree? Tampa Bay is plus 230 right now to win the series. Would you agree this is the apex for them of playable odds?
I think it has to be if they lose.
In other words,
game,
if they go down 2-0, you don't want to get involved, right?
They're not going to beat Colorado 4-5.
Right.
So I think that they need to win this game tonight. So if you want to take them to win the series, I do it now.
It's tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought it was tonight too.
I did a WNBA game because I knew that the NHL game was tomorrow.
Very good. Very good. You think they come back?
Tampa, yeah.
Yeah, you like that plus 230?
I'm not going to overreact to an overtime loss on the road.
Okay.
It was a close game. It went one way. I'm not going to say that Tampa's screwed.
You like the plus 230 there?
I do.
Time to grab it? Okay.
I think it's a good price. Do you?
Right.
I mean, you think it's going 7, so even if you like Colorado, you have a hedging opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I thought of when I saw that. I'm like, yeah, I got to get involved now. So, hey, let's bring our board. Scott, what would we have today? Plus 140?
Yes, I believe so.
Cash those tickets, buddy. You know her, you love her. It's the plus money honey all the way from giving everybody morning wood. It's Allie Burns. What's up, baby?
Cashed it. I made it.
Very good.
Very
good.
Disclaimer.
What's that? Hungover? Okay.
Which bet were you celebrating?
Way to start the show.
Freaking game 6 was freaking awesome. So Chip Chirimbus for my birthday, he came to my birthday party, and in a birthday card, he gave me $100 bet. And he texted me yesterday and was like, do you want this bet or not? And I was like, just put it on the Warriors plus the 4. And so he did. So I cashed that. I cashed 2 Warriors series prices. It was a good day, but the tank roll took a tank.
You tanked it?
Yeah. Remember on Wednesday, right, Shell, when you gave me that WNBA play, the Aces plus money? We talked about it on Twitter.
You said you didn't put enough on it.
Bet of the day that I cashed. Yeah. So I ended up with $10.50.
I was wrong though on the Fever, so it was kind of a split there. Connecticut did win on the lean, but I did tell you to take the Aces in the second half, and they killed them
at plus money, and it worked. Yep. But that was the only bet I cashed all day, so it was kind of a rough go around.
It's experiments. It doesn't matter, right?
Is your birthday week officially over now? How long did that last?
It's still going on. It's my birthday month.
What is it? When is your birthday?
June the 4th.
It's our birthday month, apparently.
June the 4th?
When's your birthday?
13th.
So
mine is actually the week. Mine's actually the week. But
Craig Trapp is 15 and Lenny is 24.
Nice.
June.
Squad.
Yeah.
Very good. So Allie, I know there's kind of two schools of thought with women in their age. There's this one school of thought like, I'm X amount of years old. Fuck you, I look good for my age. Or there's the other school like ladies don't talk about their age. So which is it for you?
It was my Jackie Robinson birthday. I'm 42. I'm all good with my age. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm small and cute. So people don't typically think I'm 40.
So you're school number one. Your school number one, where I'm the big 40 deuce. Fuck you, I look good. There you go.
Yeah, I'm cool here. What am I gonna lie about? What's a big deal?
Okay. All right, very good. Let's talk a little WNBA since it's kind of a slow day. We'll talk a little baseball and get Allie's thoughts on the card. But who you guys like in the WNBA? Allie, I'll let you go first.
I actually last night was up doing my things that I do and saw Richel's video popped up on my YouTube TV, and I took your Connecticut over 160. I didn't get the 159 like you suggested, but I'm actually on your play, Richel, and I promoted you to the Woodies and said, hey, if you're looking for WNBA, follow Scott Reichel. So
I appreciate it. Total right now, 163.5.
Boom. All right. Love that. Love beating line movement.
So it's a pretty quiet day in sports, obviously, and it's going to be that way once the NHL season officially ends. But you have 3 games, of course. My favorite one was the over, which I can say because it's moved about 4.5 points. Besides that, I'm leaning to the Sky against the Dream. Dream are a good story, but they've really struggled against good teams. And Chicago at home, I think, is going to show up about -7.5. And the late game, the Mercury have been okay recently. The Wings are the better team. I think I'm going to take the plus money with the Mercury. I just think that on paper, they're a talented team. Dallas has been good on the road, not very good at home. I don't really have a strong opinion on that game. My favorite play is the play of the day, but I would also lean to Chicago.
Very good.
I do have some college baseball action.
Oh, a little World Series?
I took both of the Texas teams. There's this guy, Nathan S., who's in my chats, and he's done Total Chaos a few times. He's got this model. They did it for hockey, and they're also doing it for baseball, him and Nick Earl. Dude's on fire right now. So I followed his plays, and he's got Texas A&M. I got him at +115 and Texas. So it's Texas A&M and Texas Longhorns. Both of those I'm on today. And I like them a lot.
Steve, should you tell her or should I?
Sugar.
Go ahead, buddy.
A&M's down 8-3.
That's okay. It's early. What inning is it?
It was 8-0. So they're making some progress, but it's the 4th inning.
Plenty
The
of
4th
time.
inning. Just saying. I wasn't sure if you knew that game started.
Hey, Rachel, are you coming
looking it up
with your newly found largesse? Are you gonna come to Omaha for the World Series and buy us tickets?
Unfortunately, I did have the Arkansas bet parlayed with something UFC related, which killed me. So I have no action at the moment on the World Series, which is really annoying because Arkansas at 25-1 was such a great price.
Yeah,
but
probably
not.
Don't worry about it, buddy. I still got the straight bet on it.
You didn't help me move, so we'll call it even.
Pay back some
money. Bet your parlays, people. Straight bet your parlays.
Allie, what's your thoughts on the hockey game tomorrow? You can catch Tampa Bay right now +230 to win the series. Are you want to get involved with that? Do you think they?
So can I do a quick? We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Scott Steen had that game correct.
How about it? How about it?
I had the over, so
you had the over. Me and Lenny had the under and the Lightning. Scott Steen was like, "Y'all are idiots. It's the Avalanche and the over."
You were right. I came on the show. First thing I said, "What do you think of the hockey game?" I said, "Avs and the over," and then you spent 20 minutes making fun of me. So,
excuse me, you guys spent the whole show making fun of me. What are you talking about?
That never happens. Hey, how'd we do on Total Chaos? By the way, I didn't even look at our.
I think we tied.
Did we push?
I didn't look it up yet.
I'm pretty sure we tied. I think we split the 2 games we disagreed on, and we agreed on the other ones.
Split the ones we agreed and split the ones we disagreed, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Very
good. What was your record? So I don't have to look it up.
I don't remember.
Sounds like 2-2.
Oh, damn.
I know we got the over right in the Guardians game. We got the under right in the Dodgers game. And I had the over in the Cardinals game. You had the over in the Brewers game. So I think we both went 3-1.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll look it up for statistical purposes.
I'm like 90% sure we both went 3-1.
Once again, the consensus is killed.
Yeah, 2-0 in the consensus.
You guys are really good. Also, we were talking about doing a celebrity death match between winners and whiners and picks and parlays. How do you guys feel about that?
It depends. What's the method of death?
Jousting.
Okay.
Are
the horses provided?
No horses, American Gladiator style.
Oh, so we got the damn cushioned whatever thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you got to keep your balance. Lenny has this whole setup in his garage. And on Christmas, I wanted him to set it up for me and he would not.
Does he have a pool set up underneath like a wipeout situation or no?
Baby. This is baby.
Are there spikes on the floor? Okay. All right.
Andrew says congrats on your 5K though. Says it sucks on the 25-1. Oh yeah, we're all heartbroken.
I take shots on everything if I see value on it. So yeah. You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. I'll take the 5K.
And don't worry, Andrew. I've still got my live 25-1 on Arkansas. So sleep well, knowing I've still got a good ticket on that.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Allie, I was I hit my one hockey parlay of the year. I hit the Avs and the over. How do you see this next game going? Game 2 there in Colorado.
So with the remainder of the tank roll, it was $10.50. Again, I put $5.25 on Reichel's over in the Connecticut game, and then I put the other $5.25 on the Lightning series price. And that's just what I did. Lenny had said that whatever happened in game 1, he was taking the Lightning in game 2.
Yeah.
And then I asked him about it on the show today, and he was a little bit iffy. I don't know even what to say, because what I thought was going to happen just didn't freaking happen in the first game. So I don't have a good read on this right
Hey,
now.
let me interrupt real quick. Circle back to the WNBA. Would you guys still play it at 163?
I don't.
The first game landed 179, so I'm still tempted by the over. But as you know, and we've said before, I hate chasing points.
Hard to piss away 4 points without you.
You lose a 4 points or so on the total. At that point, I'm usually passing.
So can I officially say you would have a small lean to playing the over? But
yeah, I'm not taking the under now for a middle. But when you miss that many points, it's pretty rough to take.
Yeah,
an over
somebody had asked about the middle earlier, and I didn't think you guys wanted to get involved in that with them.
No, I just like the over.
Middle, I want like 10 points for a middle.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say with
like a nice hunk of middle there.
What do you get, about one of those every 2 years?
No, because I in-play, bro.
If you in-play, it's all the time. The only time you'll ever actually get that, a 10-point middle, would be in some random mid-major college basketball game.
Yeah, and that's what I
FCS
about once every 2 years.
What is that like it's my number. Like if a favorite goes to a +4.5, I take a 4.5 or higher, nothing below. And in totals, if it's 10 above or 10 below, whatever the original or whatever that total was, then I take it the other way. So 10 is my number for totals for sure. But in the case of a 163, I would find another game and tease that 163 to the under, and find another game. Like, who do you like on the side of that? And then tease that as well. That's how I would play it when the numbers get away from me.
I think the other spots, you had mid-major basketball games, which occasionally, beginning of the season especially, you'll see occasionally like a 10-point line move. FCS football.
Yes.
Ton of line movement on the total. Presbyterian, you could find 15-point middles. That's not going to be around anymore.
We watched the Presbyterian line go 20 a couple times this year.
I don't think it even middled. I think it still went over after the 20.
It did.
But
it did. You couldn't even take any ARB shots with that, man.
Yeah.
I would love. We didn't have a great college football season. We were kind of push and shove. Well, I'm talking about the show.
I'm saying the show we kind of met in the middle, because I had a very good year. I know that you were iffy, but you made a lot of money personally on Presbyterian.
Yep, that's what I was most proud of. The things that we put the most confidence in. We said, "Listen, fuckers, if you've heard nothing else on this show, play Presbyterian and play the over and fade Presbyterian." And
pretty much.
It was.
I have it written somewhere. Let me see if I could find it. College football, I went 28-18.
All right. Oh, very solid. Yeah.
Not bad at all. Yeah, that's solid.
So Rachel, you're interested in Tampa Bay plus 230. I'm gonna grab that as well. I think that's a good price.
That's the way I would play it too.
Allie said that game 1 went the way that surprised her because she liked the under in the game.
Right.
Well, I really liked the idea that the Avalanche have been up against cruddier goalies than Vasilevsky is. Like, that was part of my angle, was that yes, the Rust was it them with the Rust or the other one? No, Avs with Rust, and then they got through the Blues after Binghamton. I never say his name right. After he went out, they played so and so with not basically they weren't up against good goalies, and now they are. And so
you talk about a league full of French and Russian guys, and Bennington is the name you struggle with.
It really is. I could say Shesterkin all day long.
Right. Shesterkin, Vasilevsky fucking nailed it. Blimmingston. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You know, it's a college in New York. I believe it's called Binghamton.
Shut up, Andrew.
Is that where they have the municipal workers game?
I feel like half my friends went to college. But
hey, I will say this. Before I take too many victory laps and break my arm here, pat myself on the back. I was lucky to go over when one team gets 25 shots on goal. That's a pretty fortunate. That's a pretty fortunate.
Well, that's why nothing really surprising about game 1. I thought Tampa was going to pull it out, but the game went to overtime. But my main takeaway in the series was Tampa Bay with a healthy Braden Point had a lot of offensive firepower, and they did. And I said that Kempfer or Francois was going to be the far inferior goalie. And Kempfer sucked for about 2.5 periods.
But Tampa Bay couldn't convert the superior offensive firepower into shots.
Yes, that was the main surprising part. I think the main surprising part to me was that Tampa went 0 for on the power play, which I thought was extremely surprising. But the fact that Kempfer gave up 3 goals on basically 20 shots to start the game, or
That's
even
what I'm saying.
less.
Yeah, that's awful.
I can't overreact. It's not a matter of over or underreacting to it because that's what I expected. So I'm not going to suddenly panic on Tampa when Vasilevsky stood on his head and gave them a shot to win the game. I don't trust Kempfer.
Okay.
So I still think it's going to be a very competitive series, but I'm not going to suddenly panic and go, Colorado won game 1, they're officially going to win the series. No, it's a long series. It should be fun, and we'll see what happens.
Bennington.
Yeah.
Bennington.
I looked it up.
David Good says Binghamton has a good PhD in business. There you go. If you want to get
We're
into
good.
economics. Anything else you guys are on? Allie, you on any baseball games tonight before we get out of here? What are you on?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not. The end. Yeah. No, I'm
All
not.
right. Allie, where can we find you? Where can we do some?
Oh, I do have a CFL play though. I am on Ottawa.
Oh, somebody asked us. I totally spaced it. Somebody asked us about the CFL earlier. Bill, I'm sorry for not getting to that. Scott and I don't talk a lot. I'm kind of have a passing interest in it. I don't have enough of a knowledge
Lenny
base of it.
is very good at it. Like if you guys want Lenny to come on and give you guys CFL, he is very good. I know this from all last season.
Look for those fuckers from Detroit, from Detroit, from Buffalo. Those guys that grew up watching both stations, like Chris talked about. You get all the Canadian stations, and you grew up watching CFL. Yeah, we should have Lenny on the Talk CFL. I would love to do that. Scott,
I haven't followed that in a while.
I will watch the random game.
You have to call him Detroit Lenny. If he's talking Canadian football, you have to pronounce Detroit properly, which would be Detroit. Yeah.
How do you say Youngstown in Canadian? In French?
I don't know.
Well, that's what you're going to call Lenny, right?
Lay Youngstown. Oh, yeah.
Lay Youngstown Lenny?
Yeah. Allie, do you do CFL at all?
I take his plays, so I kind of follow it just because I bet on it, you know.
Okay,
but I don't watch it. I don't even know what it looks like, but I don't need to know what it looks like to make money on it. But it's the Ottawa +1.5, or take them at even money on the money line. That's the play.
All right, very good. Yes, we've talked about that before, especially in football games. Stop taking points under 3. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just play the
money line it. I know. I took the points because it's something I'm not familiar with. I'll just take points if I can get
Did you not watch the show when we told you not to play Golden State with the points? To play them on the money line at +145.
I already had series prices on them, and because it was $100 bet, I don't think for 1 second that I didn't go back and forth on this, that it's a free roll. It's a free $100 anyway. Don't even think that I didn't go back and forth on that, but it's just the way
it's actually funny that was your birthday gift because I got my roommate the same exact gift. I just cut out a piece of paper and I just said $100 Belmont free bet, and I just handed it to him.
Nice.
And he used it at Belmont. He didn't win with it, but it was a fun time.
All right. Very good. All right. So we can find Allie every day over the Max Wagers Network. By the way, one more time, smash the like button here. Make sure you get subscribed to the Max Wagers Network and the Winners and Whiners YouTube channel as well. And you can get her every day at 1 o'clock Eastern time doing Morning Wood, because for her, it's still morning. It's 10 o'clock in the morning there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure
brutal.
So I woke up today at 2 in the afternoon.
Outstanding.
It's not even 2 in the afternoon here yet. Yeah. So, you know.
There you go.
Oh, check out Allie.
If I go nap now, I could still wake up at 2 in the afternoon.
Find her on Twitter. Are you on the gram too? Allie, I
am, but I don't know what I am on the gram.
I haven't posted a picture on Instagram in like a year.
So you can find her on Twitter at Plus Money Honey. You can find her OnlyFans under I don't know. What's your OnlyFans?
I'm Plus Money Honey on the gram too. I just looked at it.
There you go. Scott is Plus Money Sunny, by the way. So make sure you check him out.
I want Sean Higgs to, because he's big on the llama. He's got the no drama llama. I want him to change his name to the baseball-y llama. I think it's brilliant.
Nice. I was rewatching Arliss the other night. I saw the Bettin' Tibetan.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of that one as well. So, hey, Allie, thanks for being here, man. We appreciate it. Happy belated birthday. I know it's only 3.5 months after your birthday, but congratulations. Happy birthday. We'll see you Tuesday. We'll see you next Friday. Don't forget to check out Allie. She does Total Chaos. I don't know, what, 4 or 5 nights? How many fucking nights do you do that show?
Depends on how I'm feeling.
Okay, there you go.
That's the spirit.
Pretty solid schedule over there.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Hey, have a great weekend. Stay cool out there in Vegas, Allie. We'll see you.
You guys too. Thanks so much.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
There she goes, everybody. Allie Burns. Cool chick. I like her.
You have any baseball games you like tonight?
Nah, I'm all right.
I don't really have much. I mean, I feel like the Phillies -1.5 was the given one, but of course that already started. The Braves are tied 0-0 in the bottom of the 6th. I was tempted by the under in that game because the wind was blowing in about 12 miles per hour, but once again, it's a bit of retro capping because it's already in the 6th inning, so there's no point in talking about it. You like the Yankees tonight?
Yeah, I'm okay. I think they had the pitching advantage for sure in that one.
Is it concerning that Toronto lost a series to Baltimore at home and the only game they won was in extras?
Oh yeah.
They couldn't pitch in that entire series.
No question. That's definitely a problem. And Chris was talking about whether they go get another starter at the deadline. You think they do?
Toronto, I think they're going to need one.
You think so?
Either a starter or a very solid middle reliever.
Swing
but
guy.
if you're looking at the actual pitching staff, the closer's figured out, right?
Yep.
They already have the closer ready to go. So that's something they don't really need. Who's their setup guy? Like, do they throw Merriweather out there on occasion? They throw a couple of guys who are meh.
Yeah. They don't really have a true.
They don't have a true setup guy.
Hierarchy. Yeah.
So when it comes to the rotation, of course, you still have Manoah. You still have a couple of players or pitchers. Ryu's now out for the year, which is going to kill them. So that's kind of why they would need a starter.
Yeah.
Do you have faith in Pearson coming up and immediately pitching well in high leverage spots? Because he is your ace in the hole starting pitcher, basically.
Right. Yeah, I think it depends a lot on if Kikuchi can become even a 4 or 5 guy. If he can
just get back on track. He's been
that's
terrible.
What I'm saying. Because I mean, at best, he's a mid 3.
Yeah,
at best.
You were always higher on him than I was.
Yeah. Well, I think
he's fine.
Another guy came over from Japan with a ton of pitches. He was a left-hander. I thought he might have a little something different, but they've hit him pretty well. A lot of it's going to play depend on the health of Stripling too. If Stripling can,
I was going to say, do you like Stripling as a playoff game 2 or 3 option? Of course not.
Right. JC Stone said prison basketball games are fun. What the fuck? Where do you see prison basketball?
I was going to say, you have Manoah, you have Gausman, you have Berrios. So besides the last start for Gausman, that's a pretty solid top 3, at least for a series where you're usually only using 4 pitchers.
Yeah, Manoah having a quiet Cy Young campaign.
So I don't think they need a starter. I just think they need a very good reliever to shore up the back end of the bullpen.
Okay. All right. Very solid.
I'm trying to think of who they could go for.
That's what I thought. Tricky. That's why I talked to Chris. I mean, because with the extra wild card, you got more teams that are in it. They have different opinions on whether they just want to try for the wild card or whether they're still sellers at the trade deadline. So,
but I mean, you're looking at the relievers. You have like Simber, Phelps. You have Garcia. You have Romano. Romano's the safe closer. Merriweather's been awful. He was supposed to be the 8th inning guy, but
Trevor Richards is a guy that started. He's got some starts in his past.
Hasn't he been terrible this year?
I didn't say he wasn't without problems.
The point is, though, we mentioned the 3, and you have Kikuchi as your 4. I think the rotation's fine. I just think that it's going to be a situation where they need a good middle to back end reliever to shore up the bullpen.
All right, fair enough. Hey, let's get to it, man. I know people are ready. We've been a little warm lately, Scott. Been playing some run lines. We're going to change that up a little bit today.
Yeah, we had to think outside the box, unfortunately, because the Nationals played this afternoon.
Heartbreaker. It was a heartbreaker because that was our auto fade with Adon going for sure.
Yep.
But you know what time it is, kids? It's the last one of the week. It's time to put on those nice fancy Friday overalls. Grab your straw hat, climb aboard your John Deere. Take out your lucky keys with that keychain on there, that rabbit's foot. Give it a little rub there, guys, because once again, it's time to bet the farm. All right, afternoon, everybody. Good to be here. Well, as you know, we did have a farm play yesterday, Scott, and we briefly mentioned it, but let's make it official. How'd we do?
We had a pretty good day because we faded the Nationals again, and the Phillies killed them.
There you go. Cue the banjos! Yeehaw! All right, there you go. All right, guys, we're going to, like I said, we're going to go off the reservation a little bit. We're going to go off the farm here today for this one, and we're going to play the Giants, Pirates under 8. Giants playing good baseball lately, but they haven't been scoring runs. They're getting it done with defense and pitching. They've scored 5 runs or less. Excuse me, scored less than 5 in 4 of their last 5 games. The Pirates' offensive struggles are well documented. They average just 3.42 runs per game. If you think, man, that doesn't sound very good. Yeah, it's not. That's 28th in the league. And we have Carlos Rodon pitching for San Francisco. He has been quite good, especially lately. Last 3 starts, 15 innings pitched, 1.80 ERA. And Thompson is going for Pittsburgh. His last 2 starts, 10 innings pitched, 1.80 ERA. Very, very similar stats to Rodon. Both these starters are great. We might have to survive a little white knuckle there with the Pittsburgh bullpen, but the fact that San Francisco isn't scoring a ton of runs right now should work in our favor. We like the under 8 in this one. Scott?
I think there's a couple ways for it to cash. Either San Francisco struggles again offensively and they score 4 runs and probably win the game 4-2. Or Pittsburgh does absolutely nothing pitching wise, but they also can't hit. So you could end up having a 6-1 game or something like that, or even a 4-3 game. But we think 8's a little bit too high for the current form of these pitchers.
There you go. Absolutely stone them, winning 7-0. I like it. So, hey, that's going to do it for the show. That's going to do it for our week. We appreciate everybody stopping by.
No NASCAR show.
What's that?
No NASCAR show this week.
No NASCAR show this week. They're taking Father's Day off. So enjoy your Father's Day and happy Father's Day to all you, all of my fellow fathers out there. Hope you guys have a great day. Spend it exactly the way you want it. And most importantly, I hope you win some of those bets. So, guys, have a great weekend. Scott, you doing anything with your father? You doing any big plans?
I don't know about big plans, but I'm going to get together with him. And I would go to a baseball game, but unfortunately the Yankees are in Toronto.
Okay.
So we'll probably have an IOU situation, and we'll go to some other game or whatever.
All right. Well, enjoy that. You guys have a great day. Appreciate you stopping by and joining us, of course, as always. And as always, we wish you nothing but the best of luck on all of your plays. We'll be back and doing again tomorrow. Of course, Scott and I, we do our daily videos.
We will not be back here.
We won't be back tomorrow with this show. Scott and I do our daily videos every day. So check those out. We'll be back to do this show on Monday, as Scott and I will once again, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, do our best to help you to head back to the window. Take care, everybody. We'll see you then.